Naranthu, a Brathan. He was generally called a Brathan or madman by the local people. Every day, one would see him rolling a heavy stone up a hill all by himself. When he reached the top of the hill, he would roll down the stone. The stone rolled down at a terrific speed to the foot of the hill. When it reached the bottom, he would laugh so loudly that the entire village could hear it. The urchins of the village gathered around him and made fun of him. The elders always referred to him as the madman or paranthu. He was called Naranthu Pranthan because he belonged to an illustrious family called Naranthu. His other brothers were famous in one way or the other. Day in, day out, Naranthu Pranthan rolled the stone uphill and let it down. People started coming to see this futile exercise of his. They also liked to watch the fun in the evening after the daily work. Someone remarked, "He carries these heavy stones up the hill and lets them roll down. He does a very hard work indeed, without getting anything in return. Why can't he do some useful work and earn money?" The Pranthan heard these remarks, but he only laughed. One day, an old man approached Naranthu Pranthan and asked him, "I know you are a good man and very strong. Why can't you do some work and earn money? That will be good for you." The Pranthan turned around and said, "Who said I am not doing a profitable work? It may not be profitable to me, but it is profitable to the world around me. Look, every day I am demonstrating to the people of this place that it is very difficult to take a heavy stone to the top of the hill, but it is easy to let it down. Let me explain it to you. It is very difficult to do a hard job, but easy to undo it. This is a great principle in life, and everyone should learn it. Then people will be wiser." Rolling a boulder up a hill all by himself and letting it so was his daily routine, and it took him one full day to do it. He would then climb down the hill and sit down to rest. At the end of the day, he used to go on his rounds and begging bowl. People in the village were glad to give him some food. After this, he would eat the food he got and then take rest in the shade of some trees until nightfall. When it was dark, he would proceed to a secluded spot, often in some cremation ground. He would sleep on the bare ground. He would wake up early in the morning and would proceed to the foothill to start his daily labor. Another activity of the Pranthan, which was less strenuous, was the counting of long lines of ants. The cremation ground during the night time is supposed to be the abode of Kali, the goddess of terror, whose retinue consisted of a brood of roaring devils, distorted in shape and fearsome. They came there to perform their ritual dances at night. One night, when Pranthan was sleeping in the cremation ground, he was woken up by the weird, noisy dances of the retinue of Kali. They asked him to leave the place immediately and threatened to devour him alive if he did not go. Pranthan merely smiled and told them that he would like to watch their performance. Unable to scare him, the spirits realized that he was some superhuman being and requested him to leave the ground, as the followers of Kali could not perform the dance in the presence of a stranger. They also told him to ask for any boon he desired. This interested Pranthan, and approaching Goddess Kali, he asked if she knew exactly on what date he would die. The all-knowing goddess thought for a while and told him the exact date and time of his death. Then he asked her whether she could change the date. Kali confessed her inability to do this, on hearing which Pranthan merely laughed, with the satisfaction of having taught her a lesson. He could, after all, make her realize her limitations. Days passed on as usual. Finally, as Goddess Kali had predicted, the day for Pranthan came. The night, as Pranthan was sleeping in the crematorium, he died in his sleep without any pain, as a boon from the goddess whose limitations he had laughed at. That's all, folks.